Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are we today? We are back again with another Sarah Rae Vargas video, and it's been a minute. But your girl, Thick Girl Diaries, decided to request this in the members Discord. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Yo, I want to hear your take on this video." So, without no further ado, let's not waste any more time. Shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, including every single person that is a subscriber as we continue to freaking grow. But with that being said though, let's get into this, man. Let's see what Miss Sarah Rae Vargas is going to say for her catfish story. When I lied about who... Oh, damn, I didn't even realize that. Oh, she lied. Oh, okay. This is even more exciting now. I didn't... Let's go.
Hi, guys. So I'm going to talk about catfishing today. And the title was not just something to lure you in. It is something that is a part of my past. And, you know, I think you guys need to hear this more than my pride needs me to keep it a secret, because it's not something that I talk about. It's not something that I've ever talked about with anyone, really. So I'm just going to tell you a story. When I was much younger, we got a computer. And I discovered, you know, the internet, all right? I'm not that old, I'm 25, but a lot of the, you know, these advances, these cell phones and everything, it happened while I was in school, it happened while I was growing up. So we got the internet, and that kind of became like my refuge. And I started reading and writing like fan fictions, and that's when I really got into reading. And then my family moved, and I ended up being not like really far, but my family moved, and I was further away from my friends, and I didn't have a car yet and stuff, so I couldn't go and see them. So I started going in these like chat rooms, right? Because I had my own computer in my bedroom, and I started going to chat rooms, and I would meet people. And no one wanted me, as Sarah, as the person that I am now. People were not interested in that. You know, I just wanted somebody to talk to. So I kind of created a fake profile. So I was in Yahoo chat rooms, and I created a fake profile, and that's what I used to use. Anyways, long story short, I kind of met a guy, and our relationship was like, you know, it was texting initially and chatting on like AIM, and these were the days of MySpace. You know, nothing else was out yet. So
yo, shout out MySpace though. I remember them days. MySpace. Come on now. Sorry, let's continue.
He didn't have a MySpace, so you know, we weren't on MySpace, and that was fine. So I could have my real life on MySpace, and then the only place I was being fake was with him. So I had pictures and stuff from another person, so I was just basically pretending to be a whole other girl. I lied about my age. I lied about where I was from. I lied about things that I had. I lied about what I looked like, obviously. I lied about a lot of stuff.
Whoa. First things first. I'm sure she'll say it. I hope she says it. How old was this guy though? Because, yo, what? Damn, okay. Damn, I would have hated to be in that guy, man. Jesus Christ. Let's continue.
Because I just wanted somebody to talk to. Like, I wanted someone to make me feel like I was better than I felt. We were talking, and I would send him...
I mean, I get that. But the thing is, though, somebody can't make you feel better than feel better than how you feel if they're talking to you based on a lie. Like, if you show them an image of that is legit just isn't you, I don't know how you can still feel better. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, for me to feel better, someone would have to comment on how I actually look. I mean, I think there's a fine line between photoshopping your pictures so you still look like yourself compared to just having a whole new person that's not even you. Because I guess if you want to give a leeway, I guess the advantage of no one taking ideas, okay, or photoshopping your own pictures, at least when that person sees you for the image you're giving them, at least they're seeing your face, and then maybe you might desire to maybe work out and get into the shape that you say you are. I don't know. But if you're someone completely different, you're showing a face of someone that doesn't even exist, I don't know how you could actually generally feel good, how that person can make you feel, because they're praising you for someone who you're not. But then again though, let's flip it though. Unless she's talking about personality wise, because I can only imagine that she obviously used her own personality but a different image. Now, if this person she was talking to was making her feel good about who she was as a person, okay, cool. I can understand where she would feed in the energy of that and enjoy that part of it. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it's okay. Doesn't mean it's right. But I'm just trying to understand how you could feel, how someone can make you feel good about yourself when they're not even talking to you. They're talking about to someone that doesn't look like you, that isn't you. But if it's based on your like who you are as a human being, okay, cool, I can get it. But either way, it's not right. But let's continue, man.
Pictures every now and again, nothing too frequent. I mean, this was before camera phones, and this was, like I said, way before social media really took off. So I was 15 when we started talking, and he was 19. And I lied and said I was like 17. And then eventually I told him the truth. And you know, I told him the truth about my age, but I didn't tell him the truth about what I look like. And let's fast forward. We ended up talking for 2 years. All right, we were on the phone all the time.
Whoa. So you told my man you was 15 and he continued talking to you. You didn't think that was a red flag, you know? But then again, though, I get it. She was talking to him she was talking based on the fact that she just wanted someone to talk to, right? So I get it. So she's still gonna go through with it. But yo, if you're talking to someone who's 19, you're 15, you're underage, right? Yeah. And I know that age isn't everything to everyone, but she's illegal at that stage. Do you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted, right? If you're at a legal age, there's no exceptions in my book. But either way. So there's a situation here where she's obviously underage. He still continues talking to her. Okay, so if he continues speaking to her on a friend basis, okay, cool, I get that. But what if he was trying to groom her though? You know what I mean? That's why you can't play with fire like that. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, I guess in a way it's kind of a good thing that she lied about who she was in terms of her look, because if this guy became obsessed with her, he would have tracked her down. You know what I mean? And if he had found her based on her actual image, I don't want to know what would have happened. So I guess it's kind of a good thing that she lied, but at the same time, the whole situation is a mess. The whole situation just shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? But let's continue, man. This is interesting.
Text messaging, we were emailing, all of this. And then when I was 17, I made a Facebook account, and I told him that I made a Facebook account. Like, I kind of just mentioned it in passing. And it turns out that he also had a Facebook account. So he looked up my name because I didn't lie about my name. So he looked at my name, and he saw that I was me. And I was not the person that I claimed to be. I was not the girl that I had been sending him pictures of. And that was the end. You know, I was kind of flippant about it. Like, yeah, sorry. But holy shit, I mean, I wasted...
You know what, though? That was the end. You know what? Okay, cool. At least he pushed back. The reason why I say at least he pushed back and said, yo, this is just mad, is because if he had chosen to continue speaking to her, she would have put her life in some serious danger. Because if he got to a point and he was like, oh, so I've been speaking to you, you've been underage, but I was speaking to you anyway, but you gave me the perception that you was looking like someone else. But now I know that you look like you're not that person. You look like this person. I can understand. It's good that he put it, but if he continued pursuing her, it could have meant two different things. He could have continued pursuing her because maybe he just liked how she generally looked as a person. You know what I mean? Or because he was literally just sick in the head. But because end of the day, yo, this whole thing's a mess, you know. But I'm saying she's lucky that this didn't turn out worse than what it was. You know what I mean? I was gonna say something else, but I forgot now. Maybe I'll remember as we go along. Let's continue.
His time for 2 years, and I continuously lied to him. And I'm sure he was lying about some things too. Anyway, you know, I did that because of how bad I felt about myself.
That's it. So the fact that he then saw what she looked like, and then he decided to cut her off anyway, because he then knew. But so here's the thing: he knew how old she was, right? She knew that she lied, but he still spoke to her probably based on her look and her personality, right? He's then found out what she really looked like. Then he's been like, well, I've been speaking to her for 2 years. She's now at a legal age. I can still continue speaking to her. But she lied about her whole appearance. So really and truly, I'm pulling away because this isn't acceptable, which is fantastic. But she spoke about how it made her feel good speaking to someone that just spoke to her, right? But just imagine that he pulls away because he generally just didn't like the way she looked. That means all of that work that should have done just to make herself feel good would have ripped apart the moment he would have been like, I don't want to be talking to you. You know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean? That's why the plan is just flawed, crazily flawed. You know what I mean? But yo, man, let's continue, man. It's an interesting story, though.
So many of you guys feel so bad about yourselves, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of you had done something like this before, and it's so embarrassing, and like no one in my life knows about it, like my family and my friends, like no one knows about it.
We do now.
This is the first time I'm ever talking about it, and it's just so embarrassing, and I hate to think about that girl that I was that felt the need to lie about who I am now, because I mean, back then they didn't want me, right? And now they're all on me. And it sounds so stupid, but...
I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even say that. Like, ladies, especially, I don't know if there's any teenage girls watching this right now, but I think it goes for you more in particular, because obviously she was a teenager at the time. Please never believe that nobody wants you. Like, you have to understand, like, the right person, or even just the right people in general, will come into your life when they come into your life. You know what I mean? It's just about being patient, you know? Like, you shouldn't do things like these things, because these things are very dangerous to happen, because you don't know who's online. There are so many crazy nutters online who will literally groom you, or literally just, do something to you that's going to mess you up even more for the future of your life, So doing this wasn't worth it. And I'm glad that she knows it wasn't worth it. But if it had turned out differently, it wouldn't have been, the story time wouldn't exist, you know what I mean? But Lord knows what would have happened to her life, right? But all I'm saying is, please, never ever believe that nobody wants you. That doesn't exist. That legit does not exist. And I say this because I felt like that, you know what I mean, growing up myself in particular. But one thing that I've learned, the older I've gotten, the more I've matured, is this: the right people will come into your life at the right time. If certain people are not coming into your life, you're speaking to girls, right? Girls, you're straight. If a guy is not coming to your life at that time, it just means that isn't your time. But the right guy will come, okay? It just comes down to your life choices that you do for yourself that would then lead you to meeting that person. But if you do life choices that aren't really that great, they're going to lead you to end up meeting someone that really and truly isn't nice for you, and someone that's going to end up manipulating you and ruining your life, you know what I mean? Because we see it all the time and time again. So many females out here now dating men who treat them like garbage, but they feel like, well, I couldn't get no one else before, so I might as well just be with this person, you know what I mean? Let's continue though, man. Let's continue. This is I like this, man. I like this because it's allowing me to really dig deep, you know what I mean? But let's continue.
Things change, your life changes, you're gonna change as a person. And I was so remorseful, like, eventually, as I aged, and I kind of became, I would say definitely, I became a better person. I loved myself more. I loved other people more. So I felt like really badly. I felt so badly that I had wasted his time, that I had lied to him, that I had made him feel stupid. And I eventually reached out to him like years later, and I sent him an email and I apologized, and it was, this whole thing. And I can't remember whether or not he ever got back to me, but I checked up on him once.
I mean, she's lucky she even had the opportunity to even send him an email and apologize to him, because again, this could have turned out differently, you know what I mean? I really hope that whoever she's with now, I know she's got a fella now, right? I really hope he's treating her the way, women deserve to be treated, you know what I mean? Because if I don't know nothing about this guy, but let's just say the guy she's with now is a guy that realistically is not treating her the way she needs to be treated. It's probably because she's had this stigma in her head this whole time that, I'm not good enough for someone. So when she finds someone, she just latches onto that person. Do you know what I mean? And if the guy she's with now isn't the guy who's really giving her the respect that she deserves as a human being, let alone being a woman, then this is kind of on her, because of her doing what she did in the first place, you know what I mean? Of allowing herself to believe that she wasn't worth, or she wasn't wanted. But even though she feels wanted now, there's a difference with being wanted in the right way and in the wrong way, you know what I mean? You want to be wanted in the most complete way that makes you feel complete, not in a way that makes you feel like, well, this is he wants me, so I'm just gonna go with it because nobody else wanted me, you know what I mean? That is just so toxic. Please don't do that. But let's continue.
I Googled him once, and he's doing fine. It seems like he's got his whole life going on and everything. He's got a whole thing together. And, thankfully, this is before the days of Catfish being an actual TV show, because I would hate to have been on something like that. But I want to put the story out there because I wanted you guys to know that I've been there. I've been in those same dark places that you have been. I have felt so bad about myself. I felt so bad about my weight. And you know what was the worst part of this whole catfishing experience? Is that this guy thought that he loved me, right? He loved my humor. He loved my personality. He just loved me, everything except for the way that I looked. What's funny is that one time I wanted to come clean. It was very early on in our relationship, and I wanted to come clean because I liked him. I liked him so much. It was so fun to talk to. And so I sent him a picture of something, and I was in the picture, me, real deal me. And I remember he made the worst comments about me, just wow, look at that ugly fat girl. She looks so this and that. And it was terrible because he had no idea that he was.
But that's the repercussions you get though for not talking to someone as who you are. You know what I mean? If you're talking to someone, listen, always talk to someone as who you are, because if they end up giving you a bad vibe, then you know that person ain't nothing. You know what I mean? You know that person isn't supposed to be in your life, because a good person that's meant to be in your life won't ever say anything like that. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's what happens. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I say. There is no way you can generally feel some sort of good from lying, because somebody is then praising you for a lie, because once they see who you are. And then remember, the dark meaning behind this is that she already feels not great. You know what I mean? She doesn't feel great anyway. So the fact that she doesn't feel great, and then she shows him a picture of herself, and then he's just saying, oh, this and that. Imagine how much more that would have made her feel. Imagine how that would make you feel. You know what I mean? That's why catfishing, man, gotta stop that stuff, man. Honestly, it does you no good. It really doesn't. But We live and we learn, you know what I mean? And I respect that.
He was just ripping me to shreds. He had no idea that I was the person on the other line. And he was just tearing me apart. I mean, now, people on YouTube, you guys tear me apart every single day. You know what I do? I hit delete, I hit ban from channel, I hit report for spam or abuse, and I just block your ass, all right? But back then, I mean, that was just to have someone just rip me apart, someone that I care about, someone that thought that they cared about me, to just rip me to shreds solely based on how I looked physically. It was a very difficult thing to deal with. It gave me so many complexes to feel like, look, people love me, they love my personality, but they hate the way that I look.
To be fair, I don't really mind or care if people rip. I don't really care or mind when people like write comments that's horrible to me, because I kind of feel good knowing that I live in people's heads rent free, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? When people come out hate comments, I'm just like, oh. I mean, first and foremost, I live in your head rent free, which is fantastic. Secondly, you're actually helping the YouTube algorithm by commenting your expressions, and you're also helping the YouTube algorithm by even disliking too. So to be honest with you, like, yo, I that's why I don't really do like the block things. But yeah, no, I get it though. I get it. Everyone has a different type of thick skin, so I respect it.
Look, can you like put yourself in my shoes and imagine what that felt like for someone to just dislike the way that you look so much? I couldn't wake up every morning and feel confident about myself. I didn't feel good. I wore double XL t-shirts with big ass sweatpants to school every day because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to bring any attention to my body. I wanted people to see, look, I gave up. That's it. This is me. I gave up. But you know what? I changed. One day I woke up and I changed, and I started putting more effort into my appearance. I started putting so much more effort into my health, into the way that I felt. I'm still fat. I'm not unhealthy in the way that I was unhealthy back then. I'm not physically, mentally. I'm not unhealthy. I just explained this to someone in a very thought out comment. I work out. I'm on a really strict diet that is specific to what I need for my health, because I've had surgeries and because I have a very specific nutritional diet. Right? It's very specific. I see doctors all the time. I see physiologists. I see dietitians. I get all kinds of tests all the time. I'm nowhere near the girl that I was back then. But if you are still that girl, then just know that things will get better, and you just need to put effort into making it better. Let yourself believe that you are better. Do not put yourself in those sorts of situations. Get help if you need to. Just know that things get better. Life will get better. And that's my catfishing story. I hope that you guys do not, like you assholes of the internet, do not just rip me to shreds in the comments, because like I said, they all get deleted. I mean, don't waste your time and my time, right? Like, my time's pretty valuable these days. It's ironic though, isn't it? It's ironic that when I was, 10 years ago, I had to go online and beg people to talk to me because they weren't interested in the way that I look. And now here I am. And this is me. This is all of me. You see me talking, you see me on camera, you see me in fashion posts. People reblog the hell out of my pictures on Tumblr. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of reblogs. People love me on Pinterest. People love me on Instagram, on YouTube. People want to see more of me because of who I am, not just because of my personality, but because of everything that I push forth in my life, because of the way that I look. So much of it is because of the way that I look. I know that's why so many of you kind of come into this. You see my thumbnail on my video and you think, oh, she's attractive. I know a lot of you do that because you told me that you do that. You think, oh, she's cute. I want to see what she has to say. And then it turns out I have things to say that you actually want to listen to, or you find me to be an intelligent person that knows how to speak. These things they all existed before. They existed when I was younger, but no one gave me the fucking time of day. But this video is so that you guys know that it's going to change. It's going to change for you in your life. You just need to believe in yourself and you need to make it happen. I hope this helps, because this is ridiculously embarrassing, and once my family, my friends, and everybody else sees it and they know which relationship I'm talking about, I'm going to probably be really embarrassed. And shit, I hope this really helps you guys. If it doesn't, then this was a bad idea on my part. But
damn, man, she came in hard on that last bit though, you know? I mean, I get it, man. Listen, god damn. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't really have much to say about what she said there, you know what I mean? She pretty much said well, what was needed to be said, to be honest with you, so I definitely respect that. I mean, the only thing that I can really add is basically everything that I've already said in the video, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, be patient, you know what I mean? The right person will come for you, will come into your life at the right time. But at the same time, though, if you know you're in a position where you are not in a healthy state, physically as well as mentally, obviously do better for yourself. Because one thing you don't want is for someone to come into your life at a time where they kind of come in there and then they kind of start to help you more than really kind of love you for you, if that makes sense. Because there's a fine line with meeting someone when you're in a good place compared to when you're meeting someone when you're not so in a good place. But I mean, it's... You know what? That's a conversation for another time, because that one's a bit more deeper than that, to be fair, because it can work both ways. But nonetheless, though, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, if there's other videos of obviously Miss Sarah Rae Vargas or whatever, or whoever else you want me to obviously check out, whatnot, let me know. But yeah, but this one was obviously recommended in the Discord for members. So yeah, which was fantastic. So yeah, shout out to you, Miss Thick Girl Diaries. But with that being said, thank you so much for your time. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you lovely people in the comment section. We are done and we are out. Peace.